Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, unless of course you're new here, in which case, hi, hello, my name is Ashley, and welcome to my random little corner of the internet. As you can tell from today's title, we're going to be doing my October TBR, but I am going to be doing it a little differently. For this particular video, I'm only going to have 2 books. Might be 3 depending on how I roll. And by roll, I mean, for October, we're doing Becca and the books Spookoplathon. Spookoplathon. Yes. It's like Bookopoly, but spooky. She's been doing this for a few years. She said this might be her last one that she creates because making readathons is difficult and exhausting, and I completely understand that, and we love her for it. We love her for creating these, and it's fantastic. So this is going to be the board that we use. However, I have found in the past that if I do a roll as I go, instead of creating, like rolling, say I want to read 5 books this month, and I roll 5 straight out the gate, I find that I actually read the books faster if I just roll as I go. I roll for a book, I read it, cool beans. I review it or whatever, then I roll again. I found that the anticipation of my next roll almost makes me read faster. So that's what we're going to do. But I am going to roll for 2 books, so that way I have my physical book and my audiobook to start off with. Because like when I go to the gym, I turn on my audiobook. Does anybody else do that? Like if you go to the gym and you're on the treadmill, do you listen to music or do you do audiobook? Because my husband thinks I'm weird for listening to audiobooks when I'm on the treadmill, but I don't care. But I will listen to them when I take the kids to school and then at the gym. And so yeah, I like to have my physical read and then an audiobook. So I've already showed you the board. And just like any other Monopoly board, there's also chance cards and community chest cards. She has options to print like pretty little backings to them. I didn't want to use all my ink for that, but I am appreciative of you, Becca, for doing that. However, for the community chest cards are used to be for random prompts. And so for that, I just pulled cards from my own TBR game. So we have those for community chest. And then for chance is random books on your TBR. She said to put like some that you're really excited to read and then some that, I mean, you obviously still want to read, they're in your TBR, but not necessarily are like ones that you're super gung-ho about like right now reading. Maybe it's just not like the right time of year or something like that. So I wrote some of those down here, and here's my chance cards. Okay, I think that's all of the, like, prep that I need to do for that. I do have my tablet, because I don't remember all the prompts for all these spaces, and I will be filming the actual rolling and everything like that in portrait mode as opposed to landscape for, if I can post it on my Reels and TikTok, perhaps. So that's going to be why it's all of a sudden going to be switched. But yeah, so here's goes for the first roll. Okay, so it is a completely different day. I went to edit that TBR video and realized that all of my rolls, like all the videos that have my rolls in it, were in slow motion. And I couldn't fix it. So, could I have re-rolled? Absolutely. But I really was looking forward to the books that I had rolled for. So we're going to leave it, and I'm just going to tell you what happened. So the first time I rolled and I landed on the chance space. And when I did that, I got... Ooh, where is my chance card? Okay, so when I did that, I landed on the chance space and I got A Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher. Then I rolled again and I landed on... Where's it at? I landed on the black space, which is literally just a book that is a mainly black cover. Well, A Sorceress Comes to Call is also mainly black. So, I just combined both those prompts and I made it. I'm going to read A Sorceress Comes to Call. I'm going to do that on audiobook, and I've already started it, and it's fantastic. Then I rolled again, and I got Feed Scroll. So, Feed Scroll is you scroll through social media of which one you want, and whatever you see. It doesn't necessarily have to be the first one. I had already read the first few that I saw because obviously they're popular books and whatever. But then I landed on, I saw somebody talking about When the Moon Hatched by Sarah something Penner, I think. Sarah Penner, is that right? It's going to be right here. So yeah, it's a chonker. I'm going to read this on my ebook because it is, or on my Kindle, because it is on Kindle Unlimited. I tend to read, if a book is like this big, if it's like a big chunker, I'm going to read it on my Kindle because I'm less intimidated by it. Because I can't tell how big it is. So, Originally, again, I was like, I'm going to pull for my physical and my audio and then be done. And when those are done, I will re-roll. Well, then I was like, well, now I have a Kindle book, so I'll roll again. And so when I did, I landed on Bram Stoker, which we know wrote Dracula. And the prompt for that is either read a book about vampires or read a book by Bram Stoker. And as far as I know, he only wrote Dracula. I could be very, very wrong. He could have written millions of books, but all I know is Dracula. And I don't own that. I don't know if I've ever read it. I don't think I've ever read it, but I definitely don't own it. However, I do own The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh, and it's been on my bookshelf for a while because I liked The Wrath and the Dawn. I don't think I've read Rose and Dagger yet. I do own it, but I haven't read it yet. So I know that I like her writing style, and so I am excited to read this one. It takes place in New Orleans, which is also super fun. Like, I love how magical and dark and creepy just, like, the lore of New Orleans is. So, like, because we just watched the new version, or the version that came out last year of Haunted Mansion that takes place in New Orleans. Loved that. Blood Justice is one of my favorite, is probably my number 2 book this year, but Blood Debt and Blood Justice, it's a duology. Actually, strike that. I'm pretty certain it's going to be more than just the 2 books, but they're by Terry J. Benton Walker. Love those. Absolutely love those. So I really feel like I'm going to enjoy this. I feel like my vampire days were in high school, but we could be surprised. We could love this. I don't know. I have started it. I am 52 pages in. I almost said 20. We're 52 pages in. And it's okay so far. It's a slow get up. But it's an interesting so far. It's interesting. It definitely doesn't. It takes place in 1872, and I love a good historical fantasy as well. So I'm excited about this. I am physically reading this one. So yes, that is the 3 books that I'm starting with so far. We got Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher that I am doing on audiobook. I've got When the Moon Hatched by Sarah J. Penner. I feel like that's not right. I was not right. Sarah A. Parker. J. Penner was a book I read last month. Sarah A. Parker is my ebook, and then The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh is my physical read of the month. So, I say of the month, until I roll again. For the rest of the month, instead of coming into, I'm going to do a vlog style, and it'll be my wrap up for October. So, for these 3, this is my TBR video. This is what I'm starting the month with. The rest of it will be at the end of the month. You'll see what I've rolled. You'll see how I rated each book, all like that. However, if you follow me on TikTok, which will be linked in the description below, I will be posting each roll there as I do it. So when I do post the vlog at the end of the month, hopefully not in slow motion, I will have each roll in the vertical style, because that's how TikTok likes their videos. But yeah, that's gonna be it. What books are you reading in October? Are you a mood reader? Are you I need a set TBR kind of person? Usually that's me. But we're seeing how the roll as I go goes, because I think I read faster. I don't know. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So if you like the video, hit the thumbs up button, as well as the big red subscribe button. We are so close to 100. And again, I might have said this in other videos. I know that doesn't seem like a lot to some people, because, there's creators with millions of followers. But this is, I've grown a lot already this year. I started the year at like 40, and now I'm at 83. That's double. And it would be super awesome if I could hit 100 before my birthday. I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, it's only 17 followers, so we'll see. We will see. It's 17 subscribers. So if you're watching this and you think I'm weird and you're like, why not? I'll give her a subscribe. That would be awesome. That would be fantastic. It would be the greatest birthday present for me. But until then, we're just going to keep making weird, silly videos about books and crafting things and see how it goes. And that's going to be it. So until next time, bye!